All right. Have a safe trip home.
Yeah, you too.
Love
Take care,
ya.
buddy.
There goes Avery's bike. More mini bikes.
They all run.
Honda. Hey, that's Honda. Yeah, it leaks out pretty good. Now that another one's gone, it is time to get back to that Camaro. We've been neglecting it a little bit because of our crazy life, for lack of a better explanation. Not because we're not working hard, but let's go have a look. Teresa, I said, Teresa.
Yes, darling.
So, we have got an engine that we installed last episode. We're going to prepare. I've got a steering box finally. I don't know if you remember that problem. We have suspension that needs painting and installation. We have a whole box full of sort of engine dress that we're going to put together. I don't know how far we'll get on it today, but we are going to attack a whole bunch of it.
Are those free things?
No, so we're spending money.
Okay.
Steering box, free. Water pump, brand new, on purpose, because I want to make sure the car is drivable, and that if we travel a couple thousand miles with it, I'm not going to be changing a water pump on the side of the road. And I believe that I got also a new fuel pump. We're going to run exhaust manifolds, even though we have headers sitting around. I just don't feel on a 300 horse motor that the troublesomeness of the headers is going to be worth it. So there's that. We got a used freebie carburetor here. See if we can get the little spacer for it, the GM spacer. Yeah, we got a whole pile of parts that we got to deal with. So let's get after it. Teresa, we're going to set up a little table and prepare for all of our little sanding and preparation. I think this should be the episode where we add up how much we're into this car so far, so I can finally figure out whether I get to buy some good parts or not. I feel as though we're over the hump, having an engine, almost a transmission. Yeah, we already have the fenders, so if we make a calculation and we're doing pretty good, I want to buy cool parts.
Well, there's a question that I have for you.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it for a while. We've said $5,000.
Yeah.
Is that $5,000 Canadian or American?
Definitely US. It's a US car.
Oh. Well, that changes everything.
No, it doesn't. It's
Well, it does to me.
still going to be a lot of hard work.
Because I've been like in the parameters thinking, there's no way we're going to do it in 5,000.
Oh gosh, it's going to be fine.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes a difference then.
So I stripped another engine of little goofy stuff, like here's a dipstick. We're going to need a dipstick.
Okay, we don't need these.
We're going to need pulleys.
Because we have
We have a chrome one of those.
one.
And while I was stripping it, I made sure that I kept all the bolts.
Sorry.
So, bolts need cleaning. This little plate, if you're a small block Chevy connoisseur, you know what this does. That's for installing the water pump. And this little guy, fuel pump. That little guy drives the fuel pump. So if we could get like a butter container, a margarine bowl. So what we're gonna do is put all these in the bottom of this.
Brake clean?
Yep. And gasoline works sometimes too.
Brake clean or gasoline?
I think it'll be gasoline today because I don't think we have a lot of brake clean. In lieu of not having enough time to go get fuel, we're gonna use some race gas.
Expensive
Good
stuff.
grief.
Oh dear.
Okay. While Teresa's cleaning some of this, I'm going to install the heater box because it's been driving me crazy that it's been sitting there painted and not installed. And I want to talk about all the cool people, that means you guys, that have been contributing to this. Check this out. Free seats from Chip Foose. When I explained situation to some dude at a swap meet. He sold me those exhaust manifolds for $5. These control arms. Now we're going to talk about those today. They have brand new Moog ball joints.
Were those the
and
ones
they
that,
were free.
Were those the ones that the guy brought to David?
There you go, JF. There you go, buddy.
Yeah, I can't believe people are throwing this away.
Yeah, it's part of the car community, right? Help. It goes around, comes around.
Yes.
That's awesome.
So we traded a guy 2 Killer Kustoms t-shirts for a bunch of brand new ball joints for the car. How awesome is that? The contribution has been epic. I got some valve covers you're going to die for. And next episode, one of our friends that has an auto parts distributorship said, hey JF, I am going to bring you a couple boxes of old inventory, actual brand new parts, because I want to help make this car awesome. So
Who did that?
thanks to everybody that's been doing that. Lewis Thaw from Canadian.
Oh, Autoholic.
You bet.
Oh, awesome.
So, well, that'll be another episode. We'll explain all those parts. For now, we're just trying to get a day's work in so we can get moving forward. That'd be good. If we had just like a paintbrush, that'd be good too. So let's do something here, love. Mm-hmm. Let's clean this and paint it first. So a little degreaser, proper degreaser for paint.
Oh, you're painting this orange?
Here we got some carb cleaner. Yeah, and then I can install it on the engine and get going on that while you're cleaning the really heavy stuff. So, yeah, there we go.
Okay, so you want me to grab a rag?
I think this brush will be good. I think the reason I like to degrease any of these new parts, just so the paint sticks well, and you don't know in the manufacturing process what kind of solvents are on them. If this was a regular job where you're just installing it on the car, it really wouldn't matter. We're trying to do a little bit nicer job. Not that this is a show car, but we want to be proud of it. And you want to be proud of it if you end up winning it, driving it around. Hopefully racing it, doing fun stuff, picking up kids from school, getting ice cream. Tell us what you're going to do with this car. Tell us what the ideal
Day.
purpose, the ideal day, if you
day.
win this car, is going to be for you. We'd love to hear it.
You know what my ideal day with this car would be?
What's that?
Go find a lady that's in her like late 80s that used to love going for drives with her husband in their car, and then picking her up in it and just taking for a cruise in it. Because she'd really appreciate it.
I did that one year for a lady.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, I think you have a 35 Ford out front. I'm like, how do you know what a 35 Ford is? She's like, I was born in 1935, and I know it's a weird request, but would you mind taking me for a drive in it?
Yeah.
I'm like, I will be there at 3 o'clock after work.
I know.
That was super fun.
So do you take this off?
Nope,
So
that
that
stays.
it doesn't get painted?
No, you just kind of avoid painting it.
Really?
Yep. Oh, what I was going to do, I got an old one. Just wanted to double check the heights. Yeah. Yep, that looks like the same height.
And this is different.
Yep, it is for sure. But the height's the same. That's the important. That's how the actual pulleys get aligned. It's weird because now this one's, it does have some differences, including like that. That's okay. On a small block Chevy, typically there's only 2 styles of water pumps. One's quite tall, one's short. This is considered the short one. It always fascinates me that you guys don't mind watching us paint stuff.
Well, there's somebody out there right now saying, you know, you should have taped some of this.
Nope.
Or masked some.
Not at all.
No?
We're all pretty happy with this system. A little bit of paint between gaskets isn't going to hurt. Now, overpainting it and getting runs in it would not be good. So take a break.
That's my job.
Take a break. I'm going to get organized to install that heater box.
Okay, and I'm going to scrub these pieces of parts. Oops.
Yeah, typically if you soak them, like you may want to just do the bolts and get them out of your hair. So we've been trying to get a hold of Dan, but he's been so busy. He's going to bring us his Hot Rod 55.
Oh, Dan from Dee.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to bring us his Hot Rod 55 on the way to Deuce Days.
Oh, perfect.
We're going to paint it with him.
That means Danny and I get to go wine touring.
Yeah, that makes sense. You wouldn't want to help us sand the car and paint it, would you?
Maybe.
Okay.
If you're lucky. Where did those ones come from?
Ah, I know.
Wait a minute.
Hey, we're saving those.
Wait a minute.
We're saving those beauties.
Oh.
Again.
What the heck?
Wicked, like, okay.
Where did you get those?
Wicked aluminum valve covers. Brand new from one of our friends.
No.
That builds some really cool nostalgia cars. We were there visiting, checking out his latest build. And he donated those again to the Camaro book project because he wants one of you guys to have a totally killer car. So,
Aww.
shout out to Rick and Ryan. Holy.
Oh, the brothers.
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay. You got to hold this in the car.
All right.
So, get the camera over here. Now there's a goofy thing here for the defrost. It kind of has to stay up out of the way. Oh, there's a hole for a screw there. Hang on. We'll put a screw in it. Looks like that. Okay. Leave that there.
Okay.
You're gonna hold this, you're gonna tilt that into place. Can you see the holes and stuff? Can you see the holes there, Bob? How all this works? This is gonna want to fall out, so you kind of gotta be careful. In.
Just wait.
Nowhere near here. Go the other way. Go the other way. There we go.
That's what you think. But it's tilted. It's like a.
Want me to do that job?
Well.
There. Fuck that up.
But I got it in.
Yeah, you got the other part all done. Hang on. Okay, get that right out of there. Defrost in there after. So, what I'm also curious about is how it actually functions here to get the air to the defrost. That goes to your feet. Where does it go to the defrost?
Up here?
Maybe this box? Maybe this piece is missing. Is that a big surprise? Oh yeah, wait a second. That's definitely where that goes. Okay, Camaro guys. Give us some insight here. What's nice is that's going to definitely hit me in the fingers when I'm adjusting the carburetor or the distributor. Find a smaller screw. I literally thought this was going to be a two. Not winning. No. So we're going to take you guys with us to have a look at our Camaro stash, because it seems weird that this doesn't have a outlet for defrost. So let's go for a quick reminisce into memory lane. How did we come up with this idea that there should be enough leftover parts to build a Camaro somewhere? I can tell you, we were the people with enough leftover parts to build a Camaro somewhere. We thought, anyways. All right. What I'm trying to figure out is if there's an upper port, but this looks the same. I thought I had 3 of them.
Wasn't there one in the other? There was one on the shelf.
See how this port here?
What's that one right there?
Yep, same. So, good eye, Teresa. Well, that's strange, eh? That's definitely 69 though. Right? Because that looks like the one in your car.
Yep. Actually, that one's nicer than the one in my car.
Yeah, I think we're going to keep that for your car. Okay, so we don't actually know how the defrost is going to work. Nor do I care anymore. Let's get on with that. Back to the parts hoard. In this little space,
That's where I was thinking there was stuff.
I have got, I thought I had anyways. There they are. Small block Chevy. I bet you that's the right pulley. Take that with us, we'll paint that up.
Way cleaner than the ones that you had me clean. They're very...
Well, the one you're working with is correct. Here's some exhausts to start the project. Hey!
Hey!
Ray Blummy!
What's going on?
What are you up to?
What's doing?
That thing better not be turned on.
Of course not. I'm just holding on to it.
What do you know?
Not a hell of a lot. I'm doing exhaust today.
Playing Camaro. Don't know how far we're gonna get.
Hours later, a few inches later.
So if I was to remove the defrost, that's gonna fit really good.
Yeah?
Yeah. And then
Okay, push. Got it.
it still doesn't make sense. No defrost for you because race car. Heater though. Heater's good. But we do have the option to always go back to that. We can deal with that later. Famous last words. Because I can almost promise you I'm not gonna deal with it. And on project $5,000 50 Camaro, you're getting it.
Looks good.
Yeah, that's what we're all about is looks. Right? Okay. Let's get cleaning some parts. What did we say we're in for patch panels? I think 150 into patch panels.
Yeah.
We bought subframes. That was a $400 car. Quarter panel was 150. 2 fenders for $200 with a bunch of extra parts, which was rad. Free parts for the taillights and rear bumper. Motor, we're giving it a $500 value. We are at, I haven't bought a lot of stuff, so I've bought 4 cans of spray paint. Call them 10 bucks a piece. What else have I bought, Teresa? Still on a lot of leftover parts.
We had the $5 piece that we bought.
The exhaust manifolds.
Exhaust manifolds.
That may or may not fit. That might turn into a dog's breakfast. This new steering box was free from Jack Scanlon. You might remember Jack from the really cool 69 Camaro that we bought at Barrett Jackson.
Yeah.
Just super cool.
And then Rick and Ryan gave us the covers, so those
Beautiful
are free.
valve covers. Those are free.
Okay. These pieces we got just the other day.
Yep. That was free again, though.
Those are free.
So Teresa's going to add that up, whatever the total is. I think we're halfway through the car and halfway through spending money. I am hoping that the car can afford some relatively good tires. So that's one of my hopes. Okay, let's spray some stuff black. Get a couple pieces on the motor. That would be really fun in my world.
I don't know why, but I think that a really cool set of Hoosiers would look good on this car.
They would, but that would be $2,000.
Oh, damn it.
Where's my cam
I have
that I was
expensive
shaking?
taste.
Oh yeah, Teresa, when you're adding stuff up, new water pump, new fuel pump. Those are items that have to be put in the new list. So typically when I do this job, just what I'm doing here, RTV on the surfaces. It might seal without, but
Ooh,
it's
that
just
stuff is
as
strong.
strong. Yeah.
Ooh.
And that little guy. Then we're just going to put some on the water pump side. That's a water port on the bottom there. So we always put a little bit there also. That's going to ooze out all over the place. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. There we go. Hope you guys are still happy we put a small Chevy in it. I think Teresa and I are really happy about that, actually.
I think this engine looks wicked awesome.
Got to use up an engine that's been sitting around for a while. And I do want to try to get that gearbox in, just so we can have a look at what our
oh, your rod.
So we can have a look at what our exhaust manifold situation looks like. So probably gonna need your help for that one. We'll get this tire out of the way. So we're going to try to get this steering box in. Steering box is going to determine, because we've been buying cheap exhaust manifolds, so this will determine which one's actually going to fit.
Didn't we try this, or the attempt of it?
We did. We failed at this miserably last time. But this time we got some stuff from Jack.
Jack Scanlon?
Jack Scanlon. This is from Jack.
Thanks, Jack.
Yeah. At Platinum. I believe they're called Platinum. Yeah, Jack was kind enough to give us one of his steering boxes.
I like him.
Me too.
He's always happy-go-lucky.
My hope right now, you guys paying attention? I have two of these. This one says left hand, so this would be the left hand one.
Oh, those are $5 ones?
These are the $5 ones. So my hope is that we're going over here and it's actually going to fit.
Let me get on this side.
Yeah, I was kind of worried about that. Nope, it does not fit.
Damn it.
Son of a... Well, that's the first $5 we wasted on this project. You guys are going to tell me these are worth more than that. We're fine. Okay, that'll get used on a different project. Luckily, I have some freebies that I didn't think were quite as pretty. Let's see if we get lucky here. And if we don't, we're going to be on to plan C probably.
Spending some money.
Yeah. Shit!
No bueno.
I think we just found the title for this episode. Nothing fits.
This is true.
Son of a gun. Oh, you know what, guys? I have to tell you. Don't know if you can see it here. I physically filed this to make it flat. Don't know if we got that in the last episode, but I was preparing it. I did a really good job because a lot of times these things will leak and it's a bloody nuisance. So if this surface is flat and the one on the block is flat, you see how I filed that one too? There's your tech tip of the day.
Yeah, you did that all off camera. Damn you. Damn you.
My little videographer is not always around.
I'm sorry.
That's probably more than suffice for that. Whoopsie daisy. Come on down. And easy on the throttle on this, kids. It's pretty easy to break those. But like I said, now that I got it super flat, that should be good. Gonna take Teresa's little bolts she painted, install a lower pulley, so I feel like I did something today. All right, we're getting there. We will probably need to find screws for the upper pulley. Now what we're hoping here, small block Chevy, because they did them, remember we had that little lesson that they did them from 55 to, I think we called it 2001. You're always looking, see I got ripped off there. Son of a bitch. I'm surprised there, actually. Nope, maybe not. There we go. So alignment of pulleys is always a pain in the butt on these. Especially these early ones. See this early 327? So you know it's a good one from the 60s because it doesn't have a bolt holding the harmonic balancer in place. So now the pulley won't, or the belt won't quite line up. My recollection tells me that we can drive this back just a little bit. Feel free to tell me if I'm completely wrong. By the time you do, I'll probably have the hammer out already. and I'll have coaxed it into its place. 1/8 of an inch.
Ooh, I saw it move.
Me too. Yeah, I don't think I hurt there. Yeah, we're getting there. I think it's going to need one more of those. It moved a lot, hey?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just about there. I can't see when you do that, love. Oh, I fucked it.
Did you? Cracked it?
No. You could see that this is bowed and it's gonna leak.
Oh, shit.
Son of a.
Now you did it.
Now I did it. So, I wonder how you're actually supposed to fix that. I had seen an old boy do it before. I thought this was one of those old tricks that people do. Maybe I'm wrong. Am I wrong? Did I not do that? No, I didn't.
Put it back.
That's good. Put it back. In a future episode, when we find out the water pump's no good, we'll remember this moment.
Please tell me that's not going to happen.
It could happen, love. Our alignment's good, though.
Okay.
I got it where it needs to be. That should self-clearance. All right, so to be continued. Is that the end of our day, love?
That's the end of our day.
It's the end of our Sunday fun day. So, as you can see, we've run into big problems with the exhaust manifolds. We do have a steering box installed, which makes me really happy. We've got pulleys on the motor, water pump on the motor, which might be a fail. We're gonna find that out only once we get it together. I think these cars are crude enough that that's not gonna be a big deal. Motor mounts, love. We gotta tighten the motor mounts on the next episode.
Okay.
What else? Starting to look better.
Yeah, it's
Get on to ball joints and brand new brakes, which brand new, I mean, brand new, took them off a race car that converted to disc brakes.
okay.
So, but they're near new. Ball joints are good, so we're gonna tighten up this front end and maybe whoosh, lower the elevation because I think I'm running out of engine parts for this week. I'll get back to that once I figure out this exhaust manifold dealio. I'm more than happy to have you guys send us some pictures of what we should be looking for manifolds because I'm at a loss. So thank you for subscribing. Thank you for helping us get to 40,000 subscribers. Our goal is 50,000. We're this close. So if you haven't subscribed yet and you're enjoying the content, just hit the subscribe button. Help us out a little bit.
50,000 for the 50-50.
50,000 subscribers for the 50-50. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Not a lot of drama other than running into some problems, but we're going to stay at it. We're going to stay diligent because in 50 days, $5,000, we're trying to have a car on the road. See ya.